So guys, I've owned the Tesla Model Y now for about a month, and I wanted to talk about three quick things in the first month that I love about the car and three things I dislike about the car. Um, I'm a low-key guy, average dude, so I'm just going to do this without any fancy equipment or edits. But the first thing that I dislike about the car here is the paint. It's very, I guess, as they call, soft. I like the paint color, but there's just some chipping on it on the sides, the front. It's very easy to get fingerprints on it, on the door handles. On the hood is or the frunk, if you will, a lot of fingerprints. But also, with this paneling right here, as you can see, it's starting to rainbow, and that's from going through a touchless car wash. I'd been washing it at home. I was out of town and I just needed a quick wash. Speaking of washing, which is some of the technical issues. This is the electrical port to charge the car. And one time after washing the car, it didn't want to open all the way. It would open about halfway. I had to physically pull it open to get inside of it. It ended up working the next day perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues since then, but I also have discovered car wash mode for the car. So maybe it was a user error, but still worth noting, right? We're all new Tesla owners here. The third thing is the negative and also my first positive, and that is the customer service. So when I had that charging port issue, I went on the app. I didn't have to call anybody. I didn't have to go do any wait on the line or have any issues. They immediately scheduled me an appointment to have somebody come out to see me, and it was going to be free. Luckily for me, it ended up working. But the negative side of that is I've had this car now, right at a month, and my 45-day plates are getting ready to expire, and I don't have the paperwork for this car yet. So I still am waiting on that paperwork. I've reached out. I spent about a week, not like nonstop, but I spent about a week trying to get Tesla on the phone or email or something for somebody to kind of confirm that it's on its way. Finally, after about a week, I got in touch with somebody, and they said they were going to look into it and call me back. Now, they never call. I'm so sorry. I had an accident just earlier today, and it just looks worse than it is. But I did have somebody say they were going to call me back, and they never did. However, that same day, the paperwork did ship. Now, I haven't gotten the paperwork yet, but it did ship. Was it going to ship with or without them? I don't know. So the customer service is good and bad, depending on if it's a common issue, I feel like. Things that you go on the app and say, hey, the charging doesn't work. It's easy to make that fix. But if something off the wall, like registration, something that only happens once, it's a little harder to get in touch with somebody. So the second thing I like about the car is minimalism. And the reason why I like that is because you get to really conform the car to your liking. A lot of car companies have things in the car, a lot of buttons, compartments, which is fine, but what if it's not your style? So for instance, for me, I wanted this here. I wanted charging ports here. This isn't something I don't think my wife would have in her car. I didn't need cup holders back here. That was something that my wife thought we needed. We have, floor mats. You get to kind of get the floor mats you want. We've had different versions of these to kind of just fit our liking. So the minimalism of the car allows you to kind of your liking, and I really do enjoy that. The third thing, honestly, is probably a little egotistical, is the wow factor of owning a Tesla. And that might be common, that might be specific to where I live at, because I live in a more rural part of the country where you don't see a lot of Teslas, as well as, I live in a different, I guess, financial class than most Tesla owners, I feel like. So just people constantly like, yo, this car, like, can I sit in it? It's awesome because, especially when you spend 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000 dollars on a car, people like that reinforcement that, hey, I did a good job. I picked the right car. But certainly, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I will try to address them in the best way that I can. I will continue trying to make content. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the features that I like about the car and get more into it. So certainly, if you have anything else, just let me know.